Dale Earnhardt grew up in the town of Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Bad trouble, bad trouble.
Okay, a terrible crash. Richard Petty's car has turned over 7 or 8 times coming off turn 4 and was just struck by another car. It's one of the most violent accidents we've ever seen at the Daytona International Speedway here as leader Darrell Waltrip squeezes through. Petty's car nosed into the wall and then went sideways and barreled end over end and then side over side time after time. A terrible accident involving the man who has won this race 7 times over the years. Alan Kulwicki in car number 7 was involved. His car is limping towards the pits, and there is the damage number 43 STP Pontiac of Richard Petty out there on the track. It was really happened at one of the highest speed sections on the track, and we trust that Petty is okay in the car. Phil Barkdahl was involved in number 73. And we're trying to identify which other car. There's number 23, Eddie Bierschwal, Jeff Bodine in car number 15, and of course, Richard Petty, the man who has won 200 races in NASCAR events. 50-year-old grandfather from Randleman, North Carolina, is still in the car as the safety men and the ambulance crews are out there now trying to minister to his needs.
It was one of the worst accidents we've seen here in quite a while, Chris. As you can see, the damage to the back of the car. Now the safety people are there as the other cars weave their way through. This is Trevor Boyes in car number 20.
Eddie Bierschwal.
Eddie Bierschwal in car number 23. He hit the wall very hard with the back of his car.
And it looks as though Bierschwal is okay. They don't seem to be concerned themselves too, but parts of Petty's Pontiac are all over the racetrack. It's going to take a long, long time to clean up this damage as they're running the cars through the pits now.
Because of the debris,
right,
debris
of all
on
the debris.
racetrack.
So the racetrack has moved down to pit road now from the track itself due to the debris that has come off of Petty's car as it crashed over and over and over after hitting the outside wall at high speed.
Most of the drivers are, as they're coming down pit road, making pit stops, as they normally do on caution flags.
107 laps complete. Let's take a look in replay at what has happened out of turn 4.
Richard Petty was running in a pack of cars, and the back end starts to go around, and looks like he might have been tagged by the car number 73 of Phil Barkdahl. And you can see Petty's car just framming and turning over up against the wall, and other cars coming in. There's Barkdahl hitting him as he came by, and the Eddie Bierschwal car hitting one of the tires that came off the car.
From another angle. That looks like the crash at Darlington years ago, Ned.
Fortunately, it was staying on the nose of the car for so long, Ken, so it didn't look like it was really taking hard bounces down onto the pavement.
And it dispels some of the energy. You must remind the viewers that these cars are built to take these kind of crashes. And there's Phil Barkdahl hitting the cement wall right in front of us. The chrome ollie frames that serve as a roll cage up under the roof to keep the car from crushing down on the driver.
Let's take a look from Ricky Rudd's vantage point.
107 laps complete. Caution for the moment. Let's go back to Jerry Punch.
You can see the trouble start in front of him there. Whether the 73 car hit number 43, the 73 being driven by Phil Barkdahl, or Alan Kulwicki was in the middle of it too, and the car
after a major accident in turn 4. Here's the latest report on Richard Petty. He has a broken right ankle, is in stable condition, and is being taken to the Halifax hospital. The other drivers involved in the incident, Alan Kulwicki, Phil Barkdahl, Eddie Bierschwal, Brett Bodine, and A.J. Foyt, have been released from the infield medical center here at the Daytona International Speedway. Now, in further news, the press room is reporting that no one was hurt in the grandstand areas. That car rocketed along the fence. No one hurt in the grandstand area. Now let's get the story from Brett Bodine.
Brett Bodine, you were among the cars that slammed into Richard Petty. Your view of what happened?
Well, when I came off the 4th turn, it was just a junkyard out there, and I tried to take the low line through the wreck, And just as I made a commitment to go low, I cut a right rear tire down. The car started turning sideways, and Richard come off the wall, and I couldn't control the car and run into him.
At that point, there was just junk all over the place down there.
Yeah, it was just pieces laying everywhere, and just unfortunate that we ended up hitting him again. He'd already taken a bunch of licks before I got there, and we tried to miss everything, but unfortunately we couldn't miss him when he come off the wall.
Still a bit of a madhouse down here. Thank you, Brett. Phil Barkdahl also involved out there. Your second year of tough luck down here at Daytona. First of all, you're okay.
Well, I'm all right. I'm sorry about the deal that happened to Richard, but that's racing. But I'm just very sorry about that.
What did you see? How did it happen?
Well, I don't know if I got tagged. I know Richard started turning, and I tagged him in the back, and it started a situation where he got in the wall, or got upside down and got in the wall. But we were all bunched up there together, and I don't know if something happened to his car, but when he slowed or turned or something anyway, I hit him. I know I touched him in the back and started to. I don't know if I started, but helped the situation that was going on there. I looked at Mayor, and he's upside down, and I was worried about him more than I was worried about myself.
You two were right together on Thursday when he got loose too. Is there something about the air on the back of his car? Did you notice any handling problem with it?
I don't think that's the deal. I just think it's a deal that we're all in that corner together, and if his car got loose, he'll probably have to tell you about that more than I can. I'm just sorry that it happened, and I was involved in it, and the other drivers too that were running good. We was running good, and I know Richard was running good, and it's just one of those bad deals in racing. I hope nobody got hurt in the stands. I know some stuff went up in there, but we're worried about that also.
Word from there is that all the fans are okay, and we're going to go down pit road now to Mike Joy.
Dave, we're back at the garage area with Eddie Bierschwale's car. Buddy Parrott is the man with the hammer. He's the crew chief. As soon as he heard his driver was okay, he said from 500 feet away, this thing's not that bad. We can fix it and get back in the race. The damage is largely cosmetic. Let's take a look inside and see what protects these drivers from serious injury. In addition to the roll cage and the padding, new to NASCAR racing in the last couple of years is this metal seat. It's padded and vinyl covered, but even where it wraps around, this seat is designed to bend in case of an injury, an impact. And if that seat gives, the driver's bone structure doesn't have to. Eddie walked away from this crash, and he'll be back here to drive this car again if they can get it repaired.